Welcome to Table for One. I'm the narrator, and in today's video, I'll be unboxing the Vantage First Printing Errata Pack. Let's get rolling. Alright, so this is going to be an unboxing of just this first printing errata pack. So it's everything that's in here I'm going to show. So if you're worried about spoilers for Vantage, probably don't look at this. But if you've got the first edition of Vantage, and let me show you how to tell. The first edition is numbered down here in the bottom right corner of the lid of the box. So mine is 07780 out of 50,000. So if you're one of the 50,000 folks with the first printing, then you may be interested in this errata pack, which I ordered from Stonemaier Games. So this just showed up and I thought I'd open it up. One thing though, let me show you this. So for this errata pack that has 2 sticker sheets, 16 cards, standard cards, and 3 large cards, it came in an envelope. Well, I was going to say this size. It came in this envelope. Look at the size of this thing. What are we doing here, guys? This is a little bit ridiculous. You don't need that much packaging for this little envelope. That's pretty silly. I don't know who does the fulfillment for Stonemaier, but that's a little wasteful. So let's open up this envelope though and see exactly which things are being errated, which things are being fixed here. And I know I also got an email. Got an automated email, from Stonemaier when this thing delivered, like your package has been delivered. And then immediately after, I got a second email about one of the stickers in this errata pack being a little bit too big for the spot it's supposed to go. So I'll try and show you that as well. And then I guess my intent is to show you both the original cards and this is rough, and the errated cards. So you can kind of see them side by side to see what it is that's being fixed. I don't know that that's really something that I'm necessarily interested in. I know that they're fixing some stuff. I don't really care what it is that's being fixed. But some people might want to know, so I figure since I've got it, I might as well show it. And maybe some people decide that, oh, hey, I really want that errata pack for my first printing of Vantage. And some people might say, hey, I don't think I need it. I'll be fine. And that's okay too. Because I think everything is up to date on RulePop. So if you use the RulePop app, is that an app? Is that a website? I don't even know what it is. An app. It's an app. So if you use that app, you may not even care and need this at all. And then one other thing that was mentioned in the email that I got was there's some stickers on here. If you put your stickers on the wrong place, you're kind of stuck with them. Like, you're not going to be able to remove it. It's going to rip if you try and remove it. And so if that's the case, if you put it on the wrong spot, then they say just use the RulePop app and that'll be it. The one that was too big, I want to say it was 1600. Yeah, 1660. This one here was too big. So I guess maybe we'll show that first. So we've got small cards, big cards, 2 sticker sheets, and it tells you which book it looks like each of these go in. So these go in the Depart book, the Look story book, Engage, what is this one? The Overpower. This one is in the Help book. Place this one below entry 40. Oh, I see. It's because it's just a note. And then a lot of Overpower ones. The Move book and the Take story book. So we've got a number of stickers. And yeah, let's go to that. Let's go to that one that's too big. This one here, 1660 in the Overpower book. I don't know how well I'll be able to show this, but let's find 1660. 17, 15, 16, 60, right here. So I don't know if I can really line this up that well, but it's gonna be a little bit too big for that spot. And there's a picture in the email where it really said use every little bit you can. So push the sticker up as high as you can, and maybe even cover a little bit of the orange on that box, and it might cover the top of this text here. So what I'm wondering is if I might do the rest of these stickers, and then when this is the last one on the sticker sheet, I might get like a little X-Acto knife and try and like slice a little bit of the white bottom off of the bottom and the top to try and make that one fit. I'm not sure if I'm going to do that yet. So yeah, I guess I don't necessarily want to show all these entries side by side, but you can take a look, I guess, if you want, at these. And if you want to go get your book and open it up, then you can see how different these are from your own entries. But this is what we're looking at, just a couple of these small sheets. And let's get some of these cards. Let's do some big cards first. Oh, that's interesting. This one on the back looks like updated rules for Skirm, which I know there was a lot of talk about the rules, especially for solo, if you're playing solo on Skirm. But it really all made sense to me, and I didn't have any issue with it. And I didn't really like the quick rules. I kind of like the different abilities. So let's be careful here. I made this mistake before. Here's my Vantage box. Here's the Errata stuff, so I don't confuse them. Start here. It's card 104, 105. Let's see what's different. So here's the old 104. Climb, inspect, coax, craft, consume, hunt. So the words are the same. 103, 109, 432 star. So those are the same. And the text seems to be the same, but obviously the text box is very different on this new card. That's an unusual shape for a text box. So I wonder if this one was covering up something in the picture that was relevant. Maybe consume, maybe you're consuming something out of that basket and it's kind of covered. So that's my guess. Let's look at the other side just to see if anything is different there. No, that all looks the same. So yeah, I think it's being changed for just that text box. That is my guess. So I'm going to set this one aside and place this one into my Vantage box now. And next up is this card, 430 and 431. So let me grab the original. So we'll start with this side. And this looks the same to me. All the location numbers are the same. The actions are the same. The text is the same. So let's flip it over to this back side here. Oh, and that's interesting. Okay, so this is the difference. The difference is here. Apparently when you go here, you roll a die, and then it tells you to go to either 413, 723, or 728. That's the original card. This one just says go to 476. So because this doesn't really give you any context, like how would you pick which of those three to go to? I don't know. And then the one that this one picks is none of those three. So I wonder if there was something broken about that connection. So this is the difference on card 431. So again, I will remove this one from my game and place this one now in the Vantage box. And finally, here is card 798 with Skirm. Oh man, I don't know if I want to read through this whole thing to look for the differences, but I bet it's on the solo side. So let me flip it over and see if that looks different to me. And so yeah, there's a number of changes in this top section here, just at the start and what the rules are. They just added something here about return the challenge dice to its original location in this section. That didn't really change much. And then they changed the opponent's scoring rule, which I didn't really have any issues with this. So I don't know if I'm going to replace this card or not, because I'm kind of fine with the original one. It seems like this one's, I guess, getting at the same thing, but just wording it so that hopefully it's a little bit more clear. So yeah, I guess I'll use the new one, but yeah, didn't have an issue with the old one. That one seems kind of silly to me, but okay. So those are the big cards. Let me get to these little ones now. And these were wrapped really tightly in this plastic wrap. It was kind of difficult to get those out using a box cutter, but I got it without damaging anything. So let's see, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 932, 957, 962, 1013, 16, 1088, 1101, 1254, 1444, 1450, 1452, 1488. Let's do maybe these first few because they're sequential here. So 9, 10, 11, 12, and 13. Not things that I think I've come across yet. So here's the same cards side by side, the originals and the new ones. And it looks like all four of these had spots to place 3 of your cubes, your boost cubes. And I see all those spots have been removed or are missing, I guess, on the 4 original cards. They've been added on the 4 new ones. So they're missing the 3 boost spaces. So that makes sense to me. 10, 11, 12, and 13. These I am getting rid of. And these I am adding to the box. What have we got next? We'll continue groups of 4. 930, here, so I gotta find these. 32, 57, 62, and 1013. Here's 932. Looks like the same issue again with the cube spaces. And 957, let's see what's different here. I see these boxes are different. The locations have been switched. This one gives you a boost and that one didn't. Otherwise, I think they're about the same. Then 962. This one's got a boost, whereas this one does not. Otherwise, I think those are the same. And now I need 1013. So here we go, 1013. They've got different effects on the bottom here. This one looks like you can spend a boost, whereas this is you've got to do a little bit more for that action. So okay, I think those make sense to me as well. I'm going to remove these 4 from my game and add these 4 to the box. So let's do 4 more now. We've got 1016, 1088, 1101, and 1254. So 1016. Alrighty, can we spot the differences? Looks like, again, this one does not have room for cubes, for these boost cubes, and this one does, so that makes sense. And 1088 is next. Flip that over again. These locations were reversed, but it looks like they do the same thing. That's kind of interesting. Must just be a consistency thing. But the old one did not have this ability to spend 2 boosts to gain a help. So, okay, that makes sense to me as well. Let's find 1101. So here's the old one. Compare it to the new one. Oh, I remember hearing about this one. So this one looks like everything was functional, but they changed the name. I think this name was accidentally something a little bit vulgar. So they changed it to something else. So we'll go to 1254 next. So here's 1254. All right. Oh, and that's super interesting on this one. So this one's really important. Not the others haven't been important, but on this one, it's the difference is the map itself. It was the wrong map on this card. So this map is supposed to be a map of skeletons, and it's leading you to the wrong place. That's not what that map is. That's what this one is. So, okay. Let's get rid of these 4 and add these into my collection. And we've got, I believe, 4 more. 1444, 1450, 1452, and 1488. So first we've got 1444. And the difference here is this effect at the bottom. This one says transfer 1 place challenge dice to the center or transfer 1 reserved card into your grid, whereas this one is refresh 1 challenge die on another card or transfer 1 card into your grid. So it's the first part of that that's different, either transferring 1 place challenge dice to the center or refreshing 1 challenge dice on another card. Let's look at 1450 next. Here's the old one and the new one. Since these look like they're from the same set, I bet the difference is in the same place. Yeah, the difference is the same. It's the same words. So, okay, let's go to 1452 next. We've got this one here. And let's check these for differences. Yep, and we're in the same spot again. The old one says ignore the penalty of 1 unplaced die, and this one says increase an action cost by 1 to gain 1 money. So that's what changed between these two. And then last is 1488. So here's the new one, or I'm sorry, here's the old one. Compare it to the new one here. And a couple things changed in this bottom box. One, you can see the cost went from 3 to 4, and the old one said gain the result of a build action or gain 1 blueprint. And the blueprint part is unchanged, but gain the result of a build action, whereas this one is either gain the result of a build action and 2 help, or 1 blueprint. So it costs 1 more, but then you get 2 help. So, okay, good enough for me. Let's remove the 4 old ones and again place these in my Vantage box. And so now all that's left is the stickers. So this seems like a good excuse as any to do a little time-lapse action here. So I'm going to get these stickers on and then I'll give you my thoughts at the end. So here we go. All right, so I got that all done. I do have a few words of advice. Mostly it went well, but man, I gotta think not everyone is super careful. And I gotta think this is gonna damage more people's books than fix. I'm worried for people. So a couple things. One, this was not an issue for me, but just a good reminder before you do this. Make sure you don't confuse your move and depart storybook. As you're putting the stickers on, try and do what I did and like look at the text and try and find what the differences are so you don't put it in the wrong book. I had no issue with that, but I just had a moment where I thought, boy, I wonder if anybody's going to do that. And then the very first one I did was in this move storybook, and let's see if I can find it. I immediately messed it up and I tried to take it off and it was definitely going to rip the book. So I put it back down very carefully. I probably could have saved the page. I'll definitely be able to feel it though. Overall, it was pretty good. Most of the changes were what you'd expect. Either there's a number of them where it was just like changes on a dice mechanic. But I don't know. None of it struck me as particularly huge. But other things were more what I expected, like referencing the wrong. Oh man, I didn't find it. Referencing the wrong location to send you to, things like that. That you would obviously want fixed. Where I kind of expect some things like that in this game, frankly, because it's so giant. Like there's no way you could get it all right on that first printing. Man, where did this thing go? I'll find it. Basically, the stickers tend to have some white space around them. And so while I thought I had lined it up pretty well, I was actually covering up another entry that I didn't realize it until it was too late. So everything's in columns here. So anyway, I put the sticker down and a little bit of the white space was covering this other column here. So be really careful for that as you're putting these on. Man, I really thought I'd be able to find it. Hold on. Oh, because the one I messed up was in the depart book. There it is. Okay, it was 232. So you can see the numbers are like all lined up. And this one I put a little bit too far to the side. And so the right part here was covering things up, but I had started pressing from here. So I was pressing this way, and I realized my mistake about here. So I went and grabbed a pair of scissors and just cut off the white text that was sticking up there. So that came out okay. So a few of these in this depart book, I don't know if you can tell under this, it was actually nothing changed in this text. It kind of threw me for a loop. I was like, what is different about this? It's this white space at the bottom. So this one says Wade or Trailblaze, and then they accidentally had another entry for Trailblaze. And so they just kind of reworded it. And so there's a few like that where, specifically in this book, where they're covering up text that is not needed. So know that there's some of that in there. This one was a little bit different in the help storybook. On this first page at the bottom, they just have you put this note. It's kind of like an asterisk where like, this should apply to a bunch of these, and we're not going to give you a bunch of stickers. So they just tell you to get a pen, which I did. And you can see I just put a little dot by all these and this one over here. So that just tells you, hey, refer back to this. Basically, all of these that are marked should end with you may continue. So I kind of left this page open to let the ink dry, but it's been a little while. I can close that now. I don't think there was anything of particular note in the rest of these books. But then there was this big one at the end, 1660. And it was pretty close. It's just really tight here. So what you do is, what I did first, I cut off a very, very tiny sliver of the top of this. And then at the bottom, there's just one word on the last line that says secrets. So I kind of notched out that word because it is very tight. So when you do put this on the sheet, push it up as far as you can against this text in 1659 before you start applying it. Otherwise, you'll cut off some of the top of 1674 here. But I think that one worked out okay. One other thing, some of these stickers are much bigger than others. And oh yeah, you can see where I cut these. So they're not all the same size, which is fine. These paragraphs are all different. The ones that were at tops or bottoms of pages were nice. The ones that were in the middle columns were easier for me than the ones in the outer columns. I just tended to not have such a hard time lining them up. But because they're all different sizes, you could miss this. There was at least one occasion where I went to peel one sticker off, and multiple stickers were coming off together that looked like the same sticker. So make sure you've really only got one. Otherwise, you might think it's just a big one and you'd be covering more stuff than you'd want to. You don't want to mix your stickers up. And then, of course, I mentioned moving to part, but just in general, make sure you're in the right book, like double, triple check, make sure you've got the right number. And for each one, what I did was I just held it side by side and I read through it and I found the difference. And that was just a good double check to make sure that I even had the right one. So there you go. That was the errata pack for Vantage for the first printing. So overall, I think the cards made sense. The stickers made sense. The stickers were a little tricky though. Like, leave yourself a lot of time. Don't rush it. Be patient. It is really easy to mess it up. So just take your time. Be careful with it. But I hope that answered any questions you had about this first printing errata pack. Feel free to leave any comments below if you like, and like the video, subscribe to it, do all that good stuff, help out the algorithm, which helps out me. I appreciate it. That's all I've got for this video. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time on Table for One.